My prediction is the Stormers and the Bulls will contend the URC Grand Final this year, with the Bulls playing home at Loftus. So hear me out. Let me just explain to you where I'm coming from. So my top eight teams that will be qualifying for the quarterfinals are as follows. Obviously, we all have Leinster being the number 1 team, the Bulls number 2, Glasgow number 3, Sharks number 4, Stormers will be number 5. Then we have Munster being number 6. We've got Cardiff number 7 and Scarletts number 8. Now currently on the log, we've got Benetton being in the top 8, where Munster is laying at 9th place. So after doing my analysis, I came to the conclusion that Munster will end 6th on the log in this year's URC, with Benetton having missed out because Benetton's last 2 games will be really tough. So my quarterfinals looks as follows. We've got Leinster playing Scarletts, Bulls playing Cardiff, Glasgow playing Munster, and we've got the Sharks playing the Stormers. So why am I saying that the Stormers will play against the Bulls in this year's final? Let's first quickly look at Leinster versus the Bulls. So when it comes to deep into knockout rounds of the URC, we've got Leinster contending in 2 competitions, namely the URC obviously, as well as the European Championship. Now we all know that Leinster's MO, they're desperate to win the European Cup. I think that is high on their priority, with the URC being a second priority. And we've seen in the past how teams go to Dublin and they knock off Leinster, where Leinster doesn't reach the grand final. And my prediction is that Leinster will obviously beat Scarletts, the Bulls will beat Cardiff, but I think that the Bulls are playing a very good game at this moment in time, and I think the Bulls will once again have the ammunition to actually kick Leinster out of the semi-finals. That's why I think the Bulls will definitely play in this year's grand final at home. The Stormers, they'll definitely beat the Sharks. Even though I know the Sharks, they are a team that they start very bad. Like this weekend when the Sharks went behind 19-0 against Ulster, I thought the Sharks was dead and buried, gone. I lost interest in the game, but lo and behold, the Sharks came back to win Ulster at the Kingspan, and that's why the Sharks are still dangerous. But I think that the Stormers have the ability and the capability to knock the Sharks out of this year's quarterfinal of the URC. That means that the Stormers will have to travel to Scotland, where they will have to contend with Glasgow. Now Glasgow Rangers, they are a very good team. However, the last couple of games they came unstuck, where they lost crucial games at home. So I believe that if the Stormers can just get the act together, that's why this takes me to what is the strength of the Stormers and what are the weaknesses of the Stormers. So let's look at the strengths. Now, we've all witnessed the reincarnation of Dan Carter. We all witnessed in South Africa the reincarnation of a guy like Henry Honeyball. And we've got a full package in a guy called Shasha Feinberg Ngomazulu. This kid, he's the full package. And to me, he's the key driver to the Stormers team. Without Shasha, then the Stormers has no chance. Then my prediction falls flat. So Shasha is the foundation I built my prediction on in this video. So he is definitely the strength pillar of the Stormers. Then added to him, we've got Damon Willemse and we've got Warwick Galant, who's excellent players. They are the ballers. Those 3 guys are ballers. And then this past weekend when the Stormers they basically beat up Benetton, much improved performance on defense and a much improved performance on at the breakdown, with the Stormers they were far better than the previous week when against Connaught, when they were all over the show. So to me, with Shasha being fit, if he's there, if Damon Willemse is there, Warwick Galant is there, and improved defense and being capable of standing the man at the breakdown, I believe the Stormers can deal with the Sharks, and I believe the Stormers can deal with Glasgow, with both these games being away. What is the Stormers' weakness? So I identified 2 weaknesses. Number 1 is the Stormers front row. We know that Kitshoff having retired, Malherbe being on the sidelines, Brock Harris got injured now Saturday. The Stormers, props, hookers that's currently there playing the team now currently, to be honest, they are not, at this current time, they are not world beaters. And I think this is one place where the Stormers might have an issue. In previous years, the Stormers, they were very good in the scrums. You could, at the Springboks, almost guarantee some reward at scrum time. But this current Stormers team, they don't have the manpower in the front row as well. The tight five as a whole bully any team out there. So if they can hold their own, if they can have a steady scrum, steady line out, then I think they'll go far. To me, that's just one weakness of the Stormers team. And the other weakness is the Stormers' performances in this competition away from home. Bearing in mind the Stormers, they had many players not available. Shasha was out for most of the season. Like I said, the front row issues the Stormers had, and that all culminated in the Stormers not having a very good away record. But I can see that if these puzzles can come into play, then I think they can overcome that. That leaves us to say that what will the Stormers do against the Bulls in the final? Bear in mind, there is huge animosity. There's a huge rivalry between the Stormers and the Bulls. Jake White has made many comments against the Stormers. There's just that niggle between those two teams. Recently, the Stormers had the ability to beat the Bulls at Loftus, and the Stormers almost won the Bulls in Cape Town when Blommetjies missed that last conversion. If Blommetjies had to kick that conversion, then the Stormers would have easily beat the Bulls. So I believe that the Stormers have the ammunition, capability to beat the Bulls. My prediction is the Stormers to play the Bulls at Loftus and walking away being the newly crowned champions of this year's URC tournament. So guys, there you have it. If you agree with me in the comments. If you disagree with me, let me hear your opinion. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please guys subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.